What is up? Risk takers! Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top grandmaster playing Risk, Global Domination. Today we're going to be working on our classic fixed world domination skills. If you like the show, we got 2 shows a day every 12 hours. Something comes out either on the Free Pete or the Kill Pete strategy. You can subscribe. If you like it, give me a like. I like you. And as I said, today we're playing classic fixed. So we got fixed cards, balance, blitz dice with alliances on, no fog, blizzards, portals, neutral AI, and balance, blitz dice. You love the classic. Let's go. I'm in the penultimate seed playing as black. We got a question from Dr. Heat. What's up, man? Dr. Heat says, I have a question, but it's not risk related. Let's go. You have thousands of recordings, edits, screenshots, etc. for 2 channels. What is your organization system? Everything in one folder for one video, separate edits. I don't edit a ton. I've shown this on the screen, but I'll show it to you guys again. So this is kind of how I do it. So if you look at my system, you have you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the week, Monday to Friday, or sorry, Monday to Sunday. They're numbered sequentially. The series are of type, and then I just fill in the slots. This is what Free Pete looks like, right? And then this is what it looks like in past weeks. And you just go back in time. And that's sort of how I organize. There you are. Okay, we lose blue, unfortunate. I don't edit a lot, right? I pay Tom to do thumbnails on the main channel. I make thumbnails myself on the second channel. It's also quite Bush League and rudimentary. Yeah, but each episode is organized in a specific folder. That just seems the most obvious sort of way to put everything together. Europe spawn. Well, let's see if not editing makes it somewhat clearer. Yeah, I mean, not having edit is... Like, does it look like I edit on YouTube? I don't think I need to, right? We tried. We dabbled with editing, but it didn't sort of seem to bear any fruit. Yeah, I guess I do take Europe here. Cool. We got all our material in Europe. I think we need to talk to Yellow. Ryan says, the SMG tick I saw that I told you about was a hacker. You didn't see the unobtainable dark. Oh, he was playing a different color, eh? Did they bust him? Hope they did. Yellow accepts. I'll give him a hearty thumbs for that. What do you do, Magenti? Do we also lose you? Or did you come to play? Hey, doing Fiery Muffins. Hey, Pete, great to catch a stream. What's up? I was wondering if you'd be willing to provide some tips. Yes. On how to improve from a 2400 master. You're right there, eh? The cusp of GM. To a leaderboard competitive grandmaster playing solely classic fixed. If you want, I can provide some details on how I play and what I perceive to be my strengths, how they translate into play, winning or placing in games. Sure. You are a classic fixed high master. You're wondering what you're missing to cross over that threshold. Time and luck. Really. It's extremely hard to cross that threshold and hold it for someone who is even amazing at classic fixed. There are some people who I would say are significantly better than me at classic fixed. I've learned a lot personally from Phil. I find Risky Phil to be, or Champ, right? These are the guys who have influenced me. Kreskin does only classic fixed. Check out his show if you haven't seen it already. He absolutely loves the... There he is. He absolutely loves the mode. Justin says, no one to take second than to wait for the win. It's a good point. Think of your time. Think of your time cost when you play. Like, if you can take a second, at this point, you're going to probably net points. So preserving a second over risking a third to win might be the key difference in your mindset. Are you playing to win, or are you happy to take second? Because that might be the difference between ranking system GM and not, in that 2,000 points. What else can I tell you about classic fixed? It comes down to prediction and reading your opponent's emotions. What do you think they want? I'm just not going to let anyone get cards in Europe, so it eventually pushes them out. If I have to hit a 3, I'll hit a 3. Boop. Barb says, I only go for Europe or USA. That's the other bonus. With how fast you avoid this when you're forced to take. Sorry, I don't get the question. I only go for Europe or USA as the other bonus. Wither, fast. How do you avoid this when you're forced to take? I'm trying to understand it. Are you saying you don't like Europe and USA? I prefer the slightly larger bonuses. Preston says that 24K we can assume you've learned how to avoid Oz and SA like the plague. Yeah, I mean I would agree. That's an assumption. Do you like alliances? I think there's a very good argument to be made for both. My style is an alliance style. I like talking to people, but I'm not. I wouldn't, in good faith, sit here and say that is the superior way to play. I think a lot of alliances do different things for different people. And the way I use alliances, I feel works for me and works for my play style. But, you know, do you use them? Do you like them? Watch this. Cress hates alliances. I think Cress just doesn't think alliances do what I think they do. Hey, doing, Mog? Live Pete, let's go. JP says, I don't play Classic Fist, but I used to do a lot of Classic Caps, and I love alliances for them. Yeah, I find alliances to be very consistent in the way I play, in terms of allowing me the opportunity to just talk to people at the key moment. And sometimes they don't want to hear what I gotta say, but that's okay. Sometimes I do, and that works out nicely. I'm also happy to take second though on these settings. I'm very happy with a second because there are a lot of circumstances where when I get a second, it's second play for first, right? And that's usually the type of scenarios I want to go into. Digitalic also, like Digi talks about, the one thing he told me was kind of a level up for my own 3-player. Right? It's like I was trying to think about it too rationally, and the 3-player scenario really is just simply about relationships because the logic is always recursive. If I do this, if I hit this guy, then this guy wins. If this guy hits that guy, then I win, and so on and so forth. So it's just, you can't really outthink yourself of that puzzle. So it ends up being who likes who the most, who's going to do what. You like them because you find them fun? I think they do something for me. But I wouldn't say that what they do is they win me games per se. I would say they allow me to talk to people. And then I add that data point into my calculus. How does the conversation go? Does it go well? Does it go poorly? Do they ignore it? Right? More data is better for me, for what I'm trying to ascertain of my opponents. Kind of where alliances exist in my head. I'm just able to get more information. As and information is precious here because you really want to get into the head of your opponent in order to predict them better. What are they going to do? So you got to play a lot. That's another thing, right? With Classic Fist, you got to play a lot. You got to win a lot. Take second a lot. Set. Don't go to 5 in the first sequence. How many games you lost because you were holding too many cards and someone just outright killed you for negative value? That happens too. You're right there. That was a great fucking question, right? 24K to 26K in Classic Fixed is like a wider gulf than you guys might imagine. That's quite a broad distance. Yeah. Charles says, I feel bad for yellow. They've hit 11 of blue's troops if they want a bonus. Yeah. I mean, I discussed this today in my negotiation game video, but we are living in, with the neutral bot, with players who quit neutral bot turn 1 or players who fail to ready. we kind of live in the worst possible world of a number of different options, right? They could kick us back to the lobby for someone who fails to ready. They could just leave the slot empty so you don't spawn with a bot. They could make that bot active. They could make that bot neutral but not stacking. They don't do any of those things, right? All of those would be better than the one we get, which is the one where it just stacks forever. So like, I would love it if this gets shored up at some point. It says it adds an extra layer for you to use your skill socially and politically. Right. I think it allows me to use something. I think they do something. They have to, right? At least for the people who believe they do. Maybe that's part of it, right? Alliances work in the sense that they work if you think they work. And what do they do? What do you believe they do? I offer to red here. I'm going to try and take Europe. Do I have a set? No. Fuck, man. So going to 5 is rough. Someone might kill me. Yellow might be able to kill me. You know, he takes a 6 here. I should be okay. I don't think I can afford to hit a 6, though. It's like a very key difference. I don't open red. I don't take the fucking bonus yet. I have to go 2-5. So we hold for one more turn. Okay, Barb says, I mean, when forced into one of the smaller bonuses, because I tend to go for +5, how do I avoid not getting overwhelmed by the troop count? Or is it better to wait or try to break them and hope to not get sued? Think about it. Don't think about it strictly in terms of position. Think about it as position plus relationships. Okay? Who is going to work with me? Who is going to work against me? And then if you're in a less generative position, you have to adjust your playstyle. Like, I like the big bonuses because I like to push the action. I like to attack. I like to expand. I like to team with someone, right? If you don't like to do that, then you can play more responsibly. You can be a more passive player. You can wait for someone to offer, someone to want to work with you, right? You can still win from those smaller bonuses. We see it all the time, right? JP says, the only argument against alliances I've seen is that it allows noobs to team up on you easier. That's fine. I mean, I will lose some percentage of games to that, and that's totally fine. It's just the way the game is played. Mog says, help an old lady noob win a classic fixed game using alliances, and it was the most epic thing to see how happy she was to win. She gave me a heart 50 times. It was lovely. The wife was very proud of me. How do you know it was an old lady? You're making assumptions. My beard is badass. Thanks, bro. Okay, red didn't accept, so I'm worried that they're going to break me. They also don't have external troops. I don't think magenta betrays. I don't know if putting even one more troop there was a good idea, but we're going to hold like this. The 10 is in the middle to reciprocate, breaks on the other side. I'm showing more trust to magenta, but they have more to lose. So creating a scenario with magenta where they have more to lose by trying to push purple out of their bonus, right? They can't afford to fight multiple fronts with red and with purple, so I don't think they're going to antagonize me. And if they do, they do. Why the name of the game is Risk, right? Red doesn't know how to play SA. Yeah, red's kind of playing Nublius. That's going to be a problem for magenta. Is Fiery Muffin says it's so much more difficult to achieve higher rank on Classic Fixed. Why isn't there separately rewarded? They're thinking about it. They're thinking about changing that and making multiple leaderboards. I think they've put ranked on the back burner for a while, partially because even amongst very skilled Risk players, there is a lot of disagreement on how to do it well. So, I mean, we built the Saber Council a couple years ago, and if you guys could see the amount of conversation around how to measure the ability in this game, like, it is an impossibly difficult problem. I'm happy to be a voice in that conversation, but I don't presume to know the perfect answer. And that's fine. I'm okay with it being a very difficult problem. Okay, we're knocking blue out of Africa finally. We're hitting somebody. Hitting me? No, he just opens red in case red wants to hit me. I don't know why I'm hard guarding Europe, but I'm hard guarding Europe. I got 48 troops on the board. I got the best Bono. We'll see how we go. JPiz says he wants to see one for fix, one for Prague. You think they should do one leaderboard per setting? I think if there was a way to measure overall ability, if there was a good, confident way to do that, that would be what I would want the most. I mean, what I would be most interested in, right? I'm a generalist. You guys know me to play everything, so, and I like everything. Point of order. Is the low IQ play from you? Your opponents are all involved. I just can't help it. I'm just not very smart, so. Why hit yellow so scared? Do they not want red to break them? I don't think red... Oh, my God. Poor magenta. I don't think... Yeah, yellow... I think yellow was scared of this happening, which... The Mickey. We got the half Mickey from red. But magenta's on 4, right? So he just follows up with a set. I like Moonstone Forest. I'm not a fan of certain maps, yeah. Open Tanyo is right to correct me. There are certain maps that do not tickle my pickle. Just stay happy in the mid here. Not trying to feed the magenta kill either. I probably had it, if I stacked differently. What is purple doing? Taking Asia. Do you not have cards, magenta? You just quit out? You get one break and quit the game? Giants fan says the best part of alliance is when they break the alliance after you betray. That does crack me up as well. See, we try what? Break the alliance after. Oh, the douchebag challenge. Okay, I came up with another variant of the douchebag challenge. Play alliances, and the challenge is to get every single player to break the alliance with you. That is funny. This man does not have a set on 5. Oh boy, set on 4. I just say doesn't have a set on 5. Doy. See, I'm not very low IQ, friends. Low IQ. Okay, this is him trying to hide. You just walked closer to red. Muffin says, I actually try to avoid NA early game as much as Australia because of what the red player does. Sure. It happens. It happens. Yellow goes for it. No. I really want that kill. But the dice have not been friendly recently. I really want that kill. But they're like, isn't... I mean, I could soften the 9, I guess. I would have had to do that already. Oh, my God, it's so fucking close. You're going for it? I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. I bet you magenta disrupts red, so it ends up being positive for me. Yeah, let him live. Yeah. Yeah, I think he ends up disrupting red. There's a lot, exactly. There's a lot of purple material to hit. It's not a great kill. Who hits me? You got to do trade on 5. It happens, right? Now, okay. This forces, leaving the 15 there forces the action from red. Red will continue to sue into magenta. Who will hit me? Magenta? But we're allies, bro. But we're allies. Okay, red doesn't sue out. Lol. Oh boy. Yellow isn't willing to bite the bullet and just take his bonus. Okay. Okay. He says I'm okay to hit his shit. Okay, cool. Thank you. I don't think he wants, I don't think he wants to remove 11 troops to get 3 troops a turn. And the longer he waits, the worse value it becomes. Magenta is really just asking to be suicided by red. Yeah, he does it preemptively. Cool. GG. That sucks. That's good for red. No, I don't think yellow's going for Oz. I think yellow is trying to block purple from taking Asia. But now magenta suicided and fed their kill to the guy who fucked him. Maybe purple takes it. I think purple should. Obviously, it's a 4-card kill for 7 troops. Yep, that advantages purple. Okay. Purple could have follow-up set kill red, I think. Does he block my kill? Sam Bologna. Nice. He feeds. All right. Red goes full Mickey. No set, no set, no set, no set. Okay. He's happy to turtle. No set. No set. You deserve nothing but low. You deserve nothing but lowest, Trouble Hook. You are a shitbag. I'm going to take a negative kill on red. Unless yellow blocks. Oh, never mind. I can't. Okay. Okay. Yellow wants red's kill? I don't think so. I think if he wanted, he could have just taken it. Yellow's the only guy I trust in this game, strangely. I think purple also fucking sucks. Yeah, he sets up to guard Asia, which tells us that he thinks Asia is a thing. Yeah, but he isn't taking it too quick. You can't have Asia, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just not happening. Mog says, I think yellow's good and he wants red dead and still win. And he didn't know that I was about to take the kill. Ah, he wants to push red into North America. Sure. That makes a ton of sense to me. I'm going to delete red. Fuck, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. Ooh, those some hot fucking dice. Those are some hot fucking dice. Okay. Buy a lottery ticket today. It was a good kill. It was one turn later. I got one more card. Troop count barely under Perpy. I fully killed red. We're in a 3-player scenario. I hope I have an okay relationship with yellow. We know what purple wants. And yellow's going to want me to be the bad guy. So, yeah, well, where do we go from here, though? Where do we go from here? Because I can easily see myself getting into a situation where I fuck something up. We're taking a dude straight on 3. Why? He's worried I'm going to kill him? No. Put troops in. Yes! Yes! Put troops in fucking Middle East. He wants to hit. He wants to trade in Alaska. Why? Maybe purple's better than we think, and he isn't trying to take Asia. You want to backdoor purple and give the game to yellow? It's too early to just, like, just play for fucking second. I want to try and win this game. I do. Zaytav. Hello, Pete. First time catching you live. Thank you for all the great content that you always provide. I love it. Keep up the great work. Much respect. Back at you, man. Love to you. OMG. All right, we're definitely not letting purple hold. Hypothetically, yellow could hit the 32 and I follow up with the kill? Holy shit, he's going to do it. Wow. I love that. Okay. Okay. I think he gets second. If you feed me purple, I happily give you second, but cool. Yeah, and he runs away. Sure, that's fine. Solidly well played. Easy win for me. You watched me since my first month. Good game, man. Good game. You only caught me live twice? That's crazy. Well played. Good game. Well, that was easy. Hey, fire mode. We get the dubs, friends. We get the dubs. Our schedules never line up. Oh, man. Well, I don't have much of a schedule to speak of, so that's probably part of the problem. Question? Shall we, before we end the game, do but a question? Today's question is from folks. If you want me to answer questions on the show, I love doing it. It's super interesting and fun for me. So please post questions in the Q&A thread, and they will be answered in the order in which they are asked. I just ask that you edit for clarity, brevity, and coherence. And this is a clear and brief question. Thank you, Caesar. Hi, Pete. I was wondering about the philosophy. Did you study it or just interested? Are you thinking of doing philosophy content on YouTube? I've always been interested in thinking as deeply as I can. So I've been always drawn to philosophy, always interested by it. I got the subject award in high school. My father taught philosophy. In university, I did a major in philosophy, and then I downgraded my BA from a 4-year honors BA to a 3-year degree. And when I did, I was able to take more electives when I transferred schools, and I took all philosophy courses. I love it. I find it to be the mother discipline, the most interesting subject. Am I thinking of doing philosophy content on YouTube? Yes, I would love to do more. It is very much a labor of love for me, as opposed to something I think would make very much money. It is extremely hard to talk to people about ideas on the internet because you just don't have the same rapport as a person in reality. So you don't necessarily know how to get on their level quickly. People misunderstand words. People misunderstand tone. People think different words mean different things. It gets very hard to talk about philosophical subjects. However, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to stop. I am going to continue to try and make as much philosophy content as I do. And I try to pepper the show with it. Thank you for the question, man. There we go. This is, Red gets to intermediate with that fucking Mickey Mouse South America bullshit, eh? GG, fellas, defeating 3 beginners and 2 intermediates. GG Yellow, you did well. What was my father's, my father was a high school teacher, 2 a.m. So he was the arts head of his high school. And he put on the play. He put on the school play every year. And then for the final bit of his career, he ended up being I don't know how many of you guys know IB, International Baccalaureate, but my father was instrumental in bringing IB to the public school system in Ontario. So he spent the last, say, third of his career as a pseudo administrator. And that was a fun game. Folks, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I do hope you found some of it fun and entertaining. And if you enjoyed it, you can give me a like. You can subscribe to the channels. There's 2. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. I love you. And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.